I apologize, but are you suggesting we destroy the dam around Telior Reservoir to start a flood?
Excuse me?
The capital city was built on the banks of the Norzelia River. Breaking the dam surrounding Lake Telior upstream will allow us to submerge a majority of the city.
And all the citizens with it.
Flooding the town will throw their army into disarray, which should allow us to take the place by storm.
Lake Telior is a man-made reservoir. You might be able to burst through with a blast crystal.
Huet scouted the area earlier and reported seeing very few sentries. Proof enough that this is outside the Archduke's calculations.
No. The damage will be too great. The means would not justify the end, Benedict.
We cannot afford to lose.
I agree with Roland. There is already far too much blood on our hands. Perhaps it's worth speaking with the people and gaining their understanding.
Unless we reclaim Glenbrook, it's unlikely they'll understand or support our actions. We must take the capital back and show our strength and resolve first.
So that means you stand by Benedict then.
If we have a sure shot at winning, we need to take it, no matter the consequences. We can't lose the war. We just can't.
That sounds a bit out of character for you. I thought you would be against it.
Telior Reservoir is the kingdom's water source. The dam was constructed to protect the people from floods. I doubt they would ever forgive us should we choose to destroy it for war.
Glenbrook thrives because of that water, and to use it otherwise is inexcusable. Brute strength isn't the only way to reclaim the city. We can strike at night and defeat their commanding officers. There are ways to slip into the castle unseen.
If you have used it before, there is a chance it has been sealed off since.
There is more than one route. You needn't worry.
So you mean not to use the blast crystal?
I mean, I do.
No, I do. After we sneak in, we can sink Esfrost's warship.
That's a fair point.
It would close off their escape route.
Our first priority should be ensuring the people's safety. We cannot allow them to be taken hostage. It would restrict our options as well.
She's got a point. But how do we take the capital back after that?
We could use the blast crystal to destroy the bridge connecting the town and the castle. The enemies would be stuck within the walls.
That would certainly mitigate the damages to the citizens. If we encircle the castle, we could negotiate with them.
We could ask them to yield, free Glenbrook, and re-establish the trade between our nations.
That's a bit optimistic, I think.
I am certain we can find a way to make both parties agree.
I'm not sure about that.
Negotiate.
I understand your thoughts and the wishes held therein.
Allow me to ask once more. Shall we shatter the dam around Lake Telior and flood the town?
Sneak in under the guise of night, sink their ships, and slay their commanding officers? Or destroy the bridge, safeguard the people, and negotiate with the enemy?
A three-way choice. It's usually only two.
Fetch the scales. It is time we decide our path.
It should be arguably easier to get the path that I want if I have to convince less people for it, right? If it's still majority vote. We now have three paths before us, each with its own merits and shortcomings. But which one will lead Wolfort to victory? Okay, I'm kinda with Roland, you know? It's probably like the hardest one to do, I imagine. Like in terms of execution, like just sneak in and launch a surprise attack. That's probably easier said than done, but I think that's the best one to go with. Can I go outside? Yes. Let's see what they have to say. Maybe that'll change my mind. Okay, so if I want to go with Roland, I need to talk to everyone but him and Hewitt. So everyone but you and you. Let's go to Anna first. Just go down the line.
Yes, sir.
They may already be aware of the tunnels, but no one is anticipating a flood. Capital is swarming with Esferasi soldiers. We must prepare ourselves to make sacrifices if we are to reclaim the city. Let's use the secret passages, even if they're probably there if I'm given the option. There's no way I can convince everyone to take Roland's route, and then it just doesn't work, you know? Right? There's no way. So you share Prince Roland's thoughts, even though Esferas might know about the tunnels? The royal family knows of the tunnels. There's no way Queen Cordelia has revealed their location. I mean, she might have. Flood would destroy the crown city, whereas stealing into the castle would spare the people harm. Think of no one better at covert operations than you, Anna. Enemy is scattered throughout the city and castle. Inside Whiteholm, a small and elite force would have advantage over numbers. I like this one the most, but I am concerned if I should pick this one because it's like the unlocked option. Let's pick this one. I don't think playing to her ego is going to help very much, but it probably is the best option of these. Numbers would indeed be great. If you would order it, I would do everything in my power to see you inside.
In that case...
But if we fail, that would avail the people nothing. It's our goal not to oust the Esfrost forces from the capital. If we had a means to guarantee your victory, I think it would be in everyone's best interest for us to use it.
I need time.
The plan is hardly foolproof. I suppose it's worth considering.
My lord.
It's fine. I just need to convince one person, I think. Negotiating would only grant the enemy reprieve. There's a high chance that Queen Cordelia has revealed the secret tunnels to the enemy. I don't have to convince one person. I have to convince Eredor. And he'll kind of be the tiebreaker. Like, if I did convince Anna there, which I didn't, but if I did, and then Eredor goes for, say, destroying the bridge, then it'd be a tie, right? What happens in that case? That's weird. It might go with whatever I want, I don't know. Negotiating would only grant the enemy reprieve, and there's a high chance that Queen Cordelia has revealed the secret tunnels to the enemy. That's true. Would most certainly deal a heavy blow to Esfrost by flooding the city. Well, isn't that lovely? I gotta try. You would choose Prince Roland's plans. Might I inquire as to why? Even if Esfrost knows of the tunnels, they won't be expecting anyone to use them. Tunnels are a royal family secret. I really doubt Queen Cordelia would have diverged them to anyone. Esfrost needs their ships both travel and transport. It would do as well to destroy them at the soonest opportunity. Benedict is a bit utilitarian, so it'd probably be best to lend to that, right?
Interesting indeed.
Warships are troublesome indeed, and Esfrost is adept with ships and naval warfare. Even if my plan were to succeed, there's a chance that a great number of enemy soldiers escape using these vessels. In which case, it would be better to serve us. It would better serve us to take them by surprise.
I am decided.
I understand your argument, my lord. To perfect a plan, one must consider it from all angles. Let's continue our discussion. Taking the enemy by surprise may grant us a swift victory and reduce the burden on the people. The more time our plan takes, the more likely Queen Cordelia is to be taken hostage. If we sneak into the castle, however, we may be able to help her escape. That's entirely fair. Allowing harm to befall the crown city and castle would sully House Wolford's honor as one of the high houses. We should avoid flooding the city if we can avoid it. If I were talking to Eredor, this would be a good option, because he's very, like, honor-bound, you know? Like I said, Benedict's very utilitarian, so maybe he'll like this one, you know? I mean, nothing I say is gonna work given the, like, stone wall thing underneath, but I gotta try. Rescuing Her Majesty is a matter of import to both the kingdom and Prince Roland.
Perhaps.
But
if so...
But if we prioritize her escape, we risk losing the battle. Our objective is to oust the Esfrosty sources and take back control of the capital. You mustn't forget that.
I may have to consult the others.
Thank you, my lord. You have made your stance abundantly clear. Did I actually convince him? There's no way, right?
Aye, lad.
Destroying the dam is our best shot at winning this battle. The enemy wouldn't know what hit them if we flooded the city. There's no denying that the other plans have their merits too. Should we go with our best bet, or consider one of the other options? Okay, so it seems possible. Using the secret passages to infiltrate the castle. Both Prince Roland's plan. Infiltrating the castle is proof of Roland's resolve as a member of the royal family, and as his vassal, I wish to stand by him. Duchy's warships are a troublesome force to be reckoned with, Odavilis. Well, I get to put my thoughts into action here. Eredor is very honor-bound, so I think I should talk to him like this, you know? Know what you mean, lad? I think it's admirable that you want to support him. But if we sneak in, it'll be a few of us against a lot of them. It's a risky gambit, but any way you look at it.
Tough spot we're in.
I've opened my eyes to the merits of Prince Roland's plan, my lord. It's given me lots to think about. Slipping for another option as well. It's fine.
Serenoa.
Nation exists without a nation cannot exist without a people. Cannot risk exposing those very people to any more hardship than we have already endured. It's probably going to be really hard to convince Frederica, considering it's like her side, you know? If we explode the bridge, we can isolate the castle. People will be spared from our battle. Lovely. Let's try. Do you truly think Roland's plan is the best way forward? His plan is simple and relies solely on House Wilfort to reclaim the city. We have successfully infiltrated the castle infiltrated the castle using the tunnels before. I have no doubt we can do it again. Have we? General of Lore guards the castle. There's a chance your plan could result in a prolonged battle. That's true.
Surely.
V'lor is likely to give up so easily, even if we had the castle surrounded. I mean, we're much stronger now than we were when we fought her before. Maybe if we do fight her, we won't need to burn down any houses. A soldier as experienced as she is, likely to have a few tricks up her sleeve. Doubt negotiations with her would go smoothly. If the battle draws on, the people will suffer. May very well avail us all to end this fight as swiftly as possible.
I need a moment to think.
Thank you, Serenoa. I'm happy to know where it is you stand. I don't think I can convince you, but we'll keep trying.
Yes?
Benedict's plan gives us our surest path to victory, but it would incur great damages to the capital. Prince Roland's plan is far too dangerous a gamble. Call me naive, but I believe Frederica's plan to be the best for all of us. But let's try. Negotiating may yet prove fruitful. I think it's the best, like, status you can get on them. That's like the most convincible they're at, right? See, I admit I'm curious as to why you would choose Prince Roland's plan. If we sneak into the castle, we may be able to catch the enemy unawares and rescue Queen Cordelia. This plan would allow us to reclaim the Crown City unharmed, ensure the people that we mean well. Disrupting these are ships for both travel and transport, destroying them now would undoubtedly avail us in future battles. That's true. She would probably like this one the most, I think. I mean, all of them are pretty good. I like all of these options. I'm kind of stuck between this one and this one, though. against my better judgment, I'm going to go for this one because it's unlocked. It's like a locked option, so it probably might be better. But I think this one might be... I don't know. I'm just going to not spend too long thinking about it and pick this one.
Yes, I see.
Even if we reclaim the capital, our fight with Esfrost will continue. By sinking their warships, we would most certainly deal a heavy blow to their military might. Ensuring the now would be in our best interest indeed.
I require some time to think.
There's much more to consider with Prince Roland's plan than I originally thought. Okay. So I think... so long as I convinced Eredor not to take the destroying the bridge route, which he seemed to be leaning toward, and I convinced one person that wasn't Eredor, well, if I convinced Eredor, that's best case scenario. But if I convinced someone that wasn't Eredor, then I got a tie at the minimum, I think. But I'm not sure if I did get it or not. I have no idea. Let's find out.
It is time to cast our votes.
Usually I'm pretty confident. I have no idea now.
Which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
On this, I cannot be swayed.
Ah, I didn't think so.
Even still.
Yeah, I knew I didn't convince you. There was no way.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Oh, there we go. We tied at minimum.
I cannot agree to this.
It's gonna fall elsewhere. What happens if we do tie? Come on, Eredor. I believe in you.
Forgive me, lad.
Oh, no. That's a tie, right?
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Yeah, it's a tie. What do we do now?
Equal votes for all sides. As such, the Lord of the House will render the final decision.
Oh, there we go. Should destroy the dam. Use the secret passages, please. Let's go. That was
The way
easy.
forward is decided. We infiltrate the castle via the hidden passage and take the enemy by surprise.
That's the first time this entire game that Serenoa himself has made a decision.
You will steal into the castle and defeat their commanding officers. I see. So Wolfort chooses to walk a wicked path. That makes you no different than Esfrost.
I disagree.
We do not regret the choice we have made.
Then it is time to see it done. It may very well be our best chance at victory. I must return to Hysant and see Minister Kamsel. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Serenoa. The goddess, the source, iron? The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Norzelia needs to be born anew. Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard bearer to guide them.
A standard bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Norzelia.
I'm not sure about this guy. Seems a little off.
House Wolfort and Hysant join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture. But with the Norzelia River and the Esfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Roland proposes they infiltrate Whiteholm Castle and take out the enemy commanders. Though a risky gambit, it is well worth it if they can destroy them all in one fell swoop. Serenoa and the others agree to the plan. In support of House Wolffort, Hyzant's great army marches forth for the first time since the Salt Iron War.
I am to say goodbye. That's ominous.
Prince Roland, there is something I'd like to ask you before our mission.
Then ask it.
Why do you really want to infiltrate Whiteholm Castle?
To prevent needless harm to the capital, of course. And to exact revenge with my own hands.
That's a very planned answer.
Is that it? Roland, you know you can confide in me.
I want to save Cordelia. She's bound to get caught up in the violence if we launch a full-scale attack. But if we can sneak into the castle, we might be able to get her out. I know this is a war to reclaim our kingdom, but I cannot rid myself of such selfish desires. Contemptuous, is it not?
I understand the burden of leadership. Perhaps it would be easier if we could but purge ourselves of our hearts. But as your vassal, nay, as your friend, I would not want the company of one so void of emotion. We will save Queen Cordelia. Together.
My friend, I cannot thank you enough.
No problem. Alright. We have some character stories. What do Anna's at the Whiteholm Castle. How is Anna able to move across the map so quickly? She's just everywhere.
There's but a single longship docked? It would take one blast crystal to destroy, and their escape route with it.
Heard Hyzant sent in a massive army. Are we gonna be alright without the Archduke?
I wouldn't worry. Not with General Avlora on our side.
Her I trust. Thalos and Erica, on the other hand, huh.
Shh. Not so loud. Who knows what they'd do to you if they heard that?
So Gustadov isn't here, but Avlora, Thalos, and Erica are.
I didn't even realize that they didn't know that. The dramatic irony's getting the better of me. Okay, what? Who are you? Excuse me?
Ah, my shop! Someone stop this madness!
Carry on screaming and sniveling. This land is ours now, and we'll do as we please.
You monsters!
Ha! Try me! I'll cut you down where you stand!
Another hawk dude?
And just what do you think you're doing?
You disgust me. Be gone from this place.
So, you've chosen death then?
Hold! Lest my eyes deceive me, is that not Sir Flanagan?
And what if I am?
'Tis him! The bloody shield in the flesh!
Former Black Iron Captain! Damn it all! Run for your life, you fool!
Is he that cool?
How far they have fallen. They confuse might for morality, and sully the duchy's good name.
Hail, soldier! I cannot thank you enough for coming to my aid.
'Tis instinct. I cannot abide such cruelty. Though I no longer call myself a soldier, it is the only station my skills afford me.
Milord, a man calling himself Flanagan requests an audience. Will you grant it?
Sure.
Flanagan? The name sounds familiar somehow.
Ah, he fought in the tourney, didn't he? The one they call the Bloody Shield.
Did he? I don't remember.
He is Frosty Soldier. What brings him to me? Anyhow, send him in.
My lord.
Why are we just letting in Frosty in here, no questions asked? Is that a good idea?
Been a few moons, Bloody Shield.
Like, I know he's a good guy, because that's how video games work, but they don't know that.
And many more since I answered to that name.
Then what brings an Frosty to us this day?
Words cannot bring back your countrymen, but I give them to you anyway. I condemn the duchy's actions with every fiber of my being. Deeply ashamed am I of our Archduke's willingness to shed the blood of innocents. Meager though they may be, you have my sympathies.
So, you came all this way just to apologize? You're a strange one, all right.
I am well aware that words alone mean little. And that is why I offer my service, that my words might ring true.
Why House Wolfort? There are far greater armies that would give anything to have a warrior like you in their ranks.
I have no interest in further bolstering the might of Esfrost or Hyzant. They trample the weak with no remorse. I will stand for it no longer.
And you think you can stand here and call us weak? You little...
I mean, it's not unjustified.
You intrigue me, Sir Flanagan. But what of your title? Is your shield truly stained with blood?
It's a name given to me by men, nothing more.
You can trust he'll hold his own in battle if you take him in. One look is enough to tell you that.
A boon to our cause, then. Provided we ourselves do not become the very thing you despise. House Wolfort welcomes you, Sir Flanagan.
The feeling of intrigue is mutual. I am at your service.
You're two peas in a pod, aren't you?
Alright. What does this guy do? Draws the enemy's attacks. He's a tank. Okay, that makes sense.